Hmm. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Let it go. A full breath in and a breath out. And scan your body from head to toe and observe if you're holding any tension anywhere. So tension can appear as physical tension, it can be mental, and it also can be emotional tension. And just take a slow scan as if you're in like a photocopy machine and you can feel that light traveling down your body. Now, if there are any areas that light up for you, maybe there's a few, just pick one spot to breathe deeply into for the next 3 breaths. And if you don't actually have a spot that feels like there's tension, then just breathe right back into your heart center. Now see if you can breathe in a way that softens that area of tension. So as we inhale, we light up, and on the exhale, it's like we're softening the edges. And we're going to keep coming back to that spot throughout our practice today. And again, if you don't have a spot that is feeling tense at all, then just redirect your breath back to your heart, back to yourself. Oscillate your head from side to side. Feel the ridges on the back of your skull. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take some movement into your wrists and your ankles. Then reach your arms over your head. Toes can stretch in the opposite direction. Big, big stretch. Nice, long, small of the back is arching off the mat. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Massage your back. Rock from side to side. You could even take the knees wide and notice how that feels in the hips and the glutes. Let the left foot land on the mat. Take your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Interlace the hands anywhere on the back of the right leg. So take a full breath in. Gently pull the leg towards your torso. Now, of course, we're not fully warmed up, so try to just go at about 50% of the stretch instead of going into a full 100%. Now, every pose is moving, so there's a bit of flow in this, even when we're static feeling. So take a breath and give yourself some space. And on the exhale, draw your right leg in towards the torso. Keep your foot active. Moving space. Exhale to pull it in. And just notice too, if the right hip, is it kind of curling off the mat? Keep pressing down through the right sit bone so there's a nice subtle arch of your lower back. Now, bring the legs straight up, turn your toes to the right, place your ankle on top of your left thigh. Reach your right hand between your legs and interlace your hands on the back of your left hamstring or the top of your shin. Full breath in, press your tailbone into the mat. Now guide your left knee to left shoulder. And just notice how that feels. You can even rock a little bit from side to side. And the more you take your left knee over to the left, the greater stretch you'll feel in the right hip. So we're just creating some space in our hips. and the hamstrings before we come into some deeper movement here. One more breath in. Pull down on the exhale. Now set your feet on the mat. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And we'll switch sides. So keep your right knee bent, foot stays flat on the mat. Reach your left heel up towards the ceiling. Then grab wherever is comfortable for you on the back of your left leg. Take a breath in. Pull down as you exhale. Now, as much as we can today, try to practice with some symmetry. So our day-to-day lives, we're already pretty asymmetric in what we do, how we brush our teeth. We probably 90% of the time brush our teeth with the same hand. So try today to practice with some symmetry, bringing the stretch to an even balance on both sides. Take a breath in. Pull a little deeper as you exhale. Now release the leg to 12 o'clock. Turn your toes out, so we're creating that external rotation of your thigh bone. Then land your ankle on top of your thigh. Reach your left hand through your legs, interlace on the back of your right hamstring. Take a breath in. Pull down on the exhale. And then you could do a little bit of that rock again from side to side. Maybe rocking more weight over to the right side of your space. Full belly breath in. Pull down, exhale. All right. Let the feet land on the mat. Windshield wiper your knees. And roll over onto your right side. Help yourself up to seated. Just take your time to come on up. Come into a cross-legged position. I'm just going to adjust my mic here so it's a little closer. All right, good. All right, so come into a comfortable cross-legged position, whatever that looks like for you. You might be sitting up on a block, or you might be right on your mat. Ideally, we want the knees to be below your hips so that your spine is buoyant and tall. Big shoulder roll, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Take a full inhale. Exhale to pull the shoulders back and down. Again, breathe in, shoulders come up. Exhale to draw it back and down. Take your right hand out to the side. Big breath in to reach the left arm up and over. Fan your fingers open wide and then turn your left baby finger down. And just that subtle adjustment, you'll feel the shoulder blade wrap around the rib cage. Get nice and long through the sides of your body. Now keep your head hanging towards the right shoulder. Upper arm, reach it up and over. Send the fingertips away from the shoulder joint. And it might even feel really good to play with the position of your hand. So just rolling the palm in whatever direction. And the same goes for the neck. So you could even bring the chin forward. Just feeling all the guitar strings in your neck. All right, bring your right hand to your cheek, help your head up to center. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up and over. Take a full breath in. Exhale into your side stretch. Ground down through the right sit bone. So we're warming up our spine in this lateral flexion. Head is dropping, heavy neck is relaxed. And then reach the top arm up and over, just like you did on one side. Try to mirror this on the other. Play with the chin rotation or even the palm rotation. Reach actively through the fingertips. Hands come to the ear, help your head up to center. Shoulder roll, reset. All right, let's move into square position here. So take your feet onto your mat And actually, we're gonna stretch the left leg out. So take the left heel out, bring the right ankle over the thigh, just a couple inches above the knee. Breathe in, exhale to bend the knee. So it's kind of like that seated pigeon position. Now, as you lift the chest, press your heart towards your shin. I'm gonna kind of turn here so you can see my low back is nice and long. Try to keep the spine straight. And as you lift, you're propping your chest open. So this might already feel like plenty here. You can stay right here, or you could come into square pose as you drop down, bringing the left knee to the mat, stacking shin on top of shin. Alternatively, you could come into a cross-legged position with the right shin in front. All right, breathe in, reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Fingertips will come onto the earth. Spine is long, breath is moving. Full inhale. Fold deeper as you exhale. And just check this out. Have a look at your feet. Your ankles are well supported by the knees. So the right ankle is supported by the left knee. You could also use your block to wedge it under the thigh if that feels more comfortable and supported. We're just doing a little warm up here, and then crawl yourself over the right foot. Take a breath in, exhale, fold. So the sternum lines up with the heel. Keep pressing back through your right hip. All right, travel back to the center, crawl your way up, lean back onto your hands, unravel your legs. Give your toes a little windshield wiper here, inside out. And then we'll switch it up, other side. So lean back, left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Take a big breath in, lift the chest. Exhale to bend the knee, slide the heel in towards your right sit bone. Take a full breath in, lift, honor the spine, nice and tall. Press the chest forward. So we're just really feeling this movement and release in your hips before we get into some of the other floor movements we'll be coming into. All right, and then from here you can drop down with the right knee, stacking shin on top of shin. Wiggle your hips so that your sit bones naturally connect with the mat. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Fingertips can come down. Take a full breath in. Exhale to tip the pubic bone forward. So not just like you're rounding the spine to come forward, we actually want to feel the pelvic bowl tilt forward. So the pubic bone is dropping towards the mat. And again, that really nice alternative is to have cross-legged position, right, left shin in front. Come up just halfway. Bring your chest over your right thigh and the left foot. Breathe in, fold on the exhale. All right, come back to center, crawl your way up, lean back. I think there's a hip hop song that says lean back. Lean back. All right. Rock from side to side. All right, come onto your back. Make sure your block is readily accessible. You're gonna need that right away. So come onto the back, grab your block. If you don't have a block, a water bottle will also do. Bring your knees up, shins parallel to the floor. Hands come onto your thighs. We'll be moving right into some core work to warm up the solar plexus. Hands will come onto your thighs about mid-thigh, fingertips pointing up to the ceiling. Take a full breath in. Exhale to press your hands into the thighs. The thighs will hug right back. Feel the navel pull right into the earth, cinch in through your waistline. Nice deep breaths. You can even hear the sound of Ujjayi breathing, that ocean sound breath, as it washes the back of your throat. Keep pressing the hands into the thighs hug back, push into the hands, last 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in. All right, now grab your block, put the block between your thighs, Knees are still shins are still parallel to the floor. Interlace your hands behind your head. Bring the fingers right to the webbing and imagine that you're trying to pull the arms apart. So this will activate your latissimus dorsi, those large V-shaped muscles in your back. Take a breath in. Exhale to squeeze the block between your legs. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, come a little bit higher. Keep hugging the block with the legs. Take a full inhale. Now exhale to bring your left elbow to the right knee. Left elbow to the right knee. Keep squeezing the block between your thighs. Lift the right shoulder blade up a little bit higher. Inhale, come back to center. Pull the belly down, lift your tailbone up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, twist, opposite direction. Right elbow, left knee. Keep lifting the left shoulder blade off the mat. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, head and shoulders down. Full breath into your belly. Pull down as you exhale. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale, squeeze the block. Lift the tailbone, knees are right over the hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist. Left elbow, right thigh. Keep hugging the block between the legs, shins parallel to the floor. Inhale back to center. Pull belly down, lift tailbone up. Exhale, twist. Right elbow, left knee. You're really warming up the core of the body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, head and shoulders down. Let's just do one more on each side. You can do this at your own pace. So take a breath in. Exhale, contract, turning on the core set. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Squeeze the block as you exhale. Take a breath in for length. Twist, left elbow, right knee. Keep lifting high through the shoulder blades. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist, opposite direction. Keep lifting up high. Come back to center and relax down. Woo. Keep the block between your thighs. Walk the heels in close to your backside so you can touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. Then roll the shoulder blades underneath you. Now, before we actually lift your hips, tuck your tailbone towards the block so you can really feel the top of your sacrum, that triangular bone, pressing into the mat, and so is your lower back. Good, now arch your low back a lot, lifting the low back, press your tailbone into the floor. So there's a lot of space between your low back and the mat. Again, drop the belly button towards the earth, press the small of your back into the mat. Now curl your tailbone, lift your hips up to the ceiling. Bridge pose. You can walk the shoulder blades underneath you. Keep your shoulder blades flat on the mat though. Now as you press down through the heels, lift your hip bones up higher, engaging the inner thighs, the adductors. Now the purpose of doing this type of core work before we start is not to create like a six-pack abdominal, but it's actually to bring the blood flow to the core of the body. This helps to improve our digestion. It helps to move energy through the solar plexus. Lift the hips up higher. Okay. Come onto your toes. Now roll down one vertebrae at a time. Your tailbone is the last to land. Move your block off to the side. Soles of the feet together, let the knees drop open. Arms can come over your head. Deep breaths into the belly. Bring the hands to the outside of your knees. Help your knees close. Come onto your tummy. Slowly make your way into tabletop position. And we'll just do a few wrist circles here. So arms are straight, and we're just rolling over the wrists. Now change the direction, go the other way. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, downward dog, pedal up the feet. Press the hands down and forward, lift your hips up and back. Take a breath in. Exhale, knit the ribs together. Look to your hands, step forward. Keep your knees bent, let your belly and your ribs rest on your thighs. Head is heavy, neck is relaxed. Sway from side to side. Hands to shins, halfway lift to stretch your chest. Bow, exhale. Inhale, rise up, come all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Just give yourself a moment to land in mountain pose. So as you ground down through the soles of your feet, see if you can rise taller through the crown of your head. The natural rebound of the opposing forces. And just notice how it feels, maybe the spot that lit up for you at the start of class. How is it feeling as we're warmer in the body now? All right, hands come in front of your chest. Inhale to reach up, look up to your thumbs. Exhale to fold forward. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Bow in, exhale. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to the top. Hands at heart center. Time in breath and movement. Breathe in slowly, reach up. Slowly fold forward. Activating the posterior chain of the body. Inhale, stretch the legs. Squeeze your sit bones together. Fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up, come up to the top. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Good, breathe in to lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. So this movement here, there's a bit of a baby cobra across the spine. Hands to the mat. Take a step back with your right foot. Drop your right knee to the earth. You can keep the hands on your mat, or you can come up onto your front thigh. Let the weight of your hips sink. Stretching into the hip flexors. This is a bit of a back bend, so if it's too much of a back bend, keep your hands low. Breathe in. Hands come down. Take a step back into a high plank position. Rock forward and back on your toes, waking up the entire body. Knees, chest, and chin lower to the earth. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale to lift your hips, downward dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, float the right heel up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Slowly step your foot beside your right thumb. Drop the back knee to the mat. Rise up onto your front thigh. Hips sink down. Chest is lifting. And again, feeling that line or the symmetry between both sides of the body. Take a full inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Step your back foot forward to fold, toes to touch. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Bow, exhale. Bend your knees, sit your hips down low, reach your arms up to the sky. Now the heels are about 1 inch apart. Pull the ribs in, nice and tight through that midsection. We tend to just let the belly drop and collapse into the lower back. Inhale, come up and back, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Hands to the mat, left foot steps back, drop your left knee. Inhale, reach up, come all the way up. Arms over the head. Get long through the baby fingers, take a full inhale. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, straighten out the front knee, fold over your shin. Keep the hips high. Full breath in to lengthen the sides of your body. Fold over the right thigh, exhale. Good, now flatten the palms, bend the front knee, step back into high plank. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Full inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Feel the rounding through the upper back. Step your foot beside your left thumb. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, reach up. Sink down, exhale. And feel that opening through the hips. Again, lift the chest high and back. Good. Hands come down to the earth. Step your back foot forward to fold. Feet together, please. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Bow, exhale. Now get down into your chair, reach your arms up to the sky. Take a breath in. Big breath out, get a little lower. Now inhale, get long through the left side. Exhale to swing your right hand behind you. Keep your chest open. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, swing the left arm out behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good, come back to the center. Exhale to swing the right arm behind you. Place your hand onto the low back. Right hand or forearm, left hand onto the low back. Left forearm onto the thighs. You got what I'm trying to say. Okay, sit deeper into the chair. Open the chest. Now rotate the right shoulder blade back. So here's the variation. Hands together in front of your chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale to twist into seated prayer twist. You should be feeling heat in your legs. Okay, breathe in, reach up, come all the way to the top. Exhale, bend your knees, hands in front of your chest, take a full inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, right forearm down, left hand to thighs. Take a big breath in, twist on the exhale. Sit the hips down nice and low, lift the chest higher. Option, prayer twist. Keep scooting the right hip back, knees side by side. Feeling the body temperature rise a little. Come all the way up, rise up. Reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower down knees, chest, and chin. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, right heel up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Keep pressing the right hand down and forward. Lift the knee up higher. All right, big inhale, straighten out the leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Quietly step forward, come to crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up, come all the way up to the top. Sink down on the exhale. Fan your fingers open wide. Take a big breath in, look up to the hands. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So this is like a classic pose, this one, right? So feel how you can change this maybe a little bit differently if you've done this pose 1,000 times. So see like Where's my center today? Is my center right in the middle? Am I leaning forward? Am I leaning back? Just notice how that feels in space. Turn your right palm up to the sky. Reverse your warrior side stretch. Keep sinking down through the right hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, make your way to extended side angle pose. Right elbow to front thigh. Bring the left arm down and forward. Roll your chest open. There's very little weight on my elbow. It's there for support and balance. So the long line of energy extends from the back heel right out through the baby finger. Inhale back up to warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to high plank, vinyasa or flow, whichever variation feels good for your body. We'll all meet in down dog. Keep pressing the hands down and forward. Lift your hips up and back. Nice full breaths here. Left side, left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. The knee is the highest point, stretching through the hips, but also feeling this quite a bit too in the right thigh, the right leg. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to your nose. Softly step forward, crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. Sink down, exhale. You see how the tummy is just responding to maybe collapsing into your back. Close that release valve. Draw the energy inward. Take a big inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Recreate stability in your breathing if you're finding your breath short. Now reverse the warrior. Back hand above or below the knee, never directly on it. Keep your left glute and thigh active so that you're pulling the front knee open. Yeah, left elbow to front thigh, brush the right arm in front of the tummy, and then over the ear. Roll your chest open. Now imagine like two arrows or lines in your body. One is you're drawing the right hip down towards right rib to right hip. And then you're lengthening out the left side of your body. So there's like this energy of going up and down through the sides of your body. Come back up, warrior two. Big inhale. Exhale to flow. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. Lower down chaturanga or chest, chin, and knees. Coming into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Grab hold of your big toes with your middle and index fingers. Breathe in, stretch your chest. Fold, exhale. Bring the the shoulders right up towards the ceiling. Engage your biceps. Pull yourself deeper into this forward fold. In. Now walk yourself back out to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Full breath in and a breath out. Lift your hands, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Come all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. You can have a sip of water or just hold mountain pose for 4 to 5 breaths. Staying still. Notice what's happening with your pulse, your heart rate. Slowing it all the way down by lengthening out your exhales. And for the next vignette of poses, you will need your block, so just make sure your block is at the top of your space if it's not there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Halfway lift to lengthen. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower down 6 inches only, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward dog. Take the right heel up, bend your knee, open the hip. Here's the option. You can stay right here or flip all the way over, come into wild thing. Lift the hips up. Again, 3-legged down dog is also fantastic to stay in. Keep lifting through the hips. And then come back over, 3-legged down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale, knee to your right tricep, hold. Press the floor away. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, hold. Let the back foot land. Stretch your right leg out to the side. Now reach up, fallen triangle. So you're on the baby toe side of the right foot and the inside edge of your left foot. Keep pressing the floor away. The top hand comes down. Reach back with the right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Cat stretch your spine. Step forward. Come into crescent lunge again. Inhale, reach. Sink down, exhale. You can feel the heat in your body rising. Take an inhale, look up to the hands. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Reverse the warrior, side stretch. Straighten out your right knee, reaching up and back. This is called reverse triangle. Come back up into warrior 2 torso. Shorten your stance a little. Breathe in to reach forward, right hand. Exhale, tip, right hand down, left hand up. Roll your chest open. Now here, triangle pose, it's a really good spot for us to kind of like just check back in with the integrity of our spine. Are you rounding the shoulders like this? Try to keep the shoulders nice and tall, chest proud, heart open. Top hand to your hip. Bend the right knee, come forward into half moon. Half moon. You can use your block if the floor is too far away. Toes and knee, left toes and knee, pointing in the same direction. Option to reach up with the left hand. Nice full breaths. Vertical splits. Bring your fingertips either to your block or the mat. Take a breath in, lengthen your chest. Walk your hands in towards your standing foot. Now the toes, the left toes are flexed down to the floor. Keep turning your inner left thigh to the ceiling. All the blood from the top leg is moving towards your heart, towards your brain. Good, now breathe in, stretch your chest. Exhale, let the left foot land about 2.5 feet behind the right foot. Both of your legs are straight. Now come up onto your right thigh. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Take a breath in and crawl yourself down. Maybe coming onto your block if the floor is too far away. Scissoring the hips, left hip forward, right hip back. Breathe deep. I am aware and I'm present in this moment. Good, hands come down to the mat, step back into high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Just a few breaths here. Just going to recenter my yoga mat. Okay. Nice and long with the breathing. Other side. Inhale the left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Now carefully float all the way over. Come into wild thing, lift the hips. Stay on the ball of your left foot. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Come back over, three-legged down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, hold. Pause. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to your right tricep, hold. Come onto the inside edge of your right foot, shoot your left leg out to the side, reach up, fall in triangle. Keep pressing your hips up to the sky. Top hand to the mat, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, land crescent lunge. Rise up. Take a big breath in, sink down on the exhale. Inhale to look up. Open warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Straighten out your front knee, coming into your reverse triangle. Good. Now come back up, warrior two torso. Shorten your stance. Take a breath in. Reach the left ribs long. Right rib shorten. Triangle pose. Open up the chest. Nice full breaths. Top hand to your hip, bend the left knee, come forward, half moon. So if you're using the block, bring it forward at least a foot, and then slightly to your left. Stack the hips, right hip on top of left. Turn on your glutes to lift the leg up higher. And also to decompress the bottom hip. So as you activate the left glute, see if you can come up higher off of that hip crease. Fingertips to the earth, vertical splits. Take a big breath in, stretch your chest. Walk your hands in towards your standing foot. Keep lifting the heel high. Good. Halfway lift to stretch your chest. Set the right foot down about 2.5 to 3 feet behind the front foot. Grab your block, put it underneath your chest or your shoulders. Rise up. Take a breath in to pull left hip back. Now exhale to fold. Hands could either come down to the mat or your block. So this is actually creating a deep compression in the descending colon on the left side of the body. So we're massaging the organs. This is the massage phase, if you're wondering where we're at. And the next vignette of poses will be moving more into twisting. So you will feel your body temperature rise. All right, hands come down to the mat. Bend the knees, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come to the back of your space. Slide your hands underneath your feet, Padahastasana. Bring the toes right to the creases of your wrists. Give your wrists a little break. Rocking forward and back. Take a breath in. Fold. Exhale. Massaging the hands. All right, now hands come back out. Take your feet out wider than your hips. Turn the toes out. Drop your hips down low. Hands come together in front of your chest. Malasana. You can stay right here, or you can start to play with coming into crow pose, where the hands come shoulder width distance apart on the mat. Hook your knees onto the back of your elbows or triceps, and then transfer the weight forward into your fingertips. Toes float. And just play with that. If this is a new shape for you, maybe you step onto your block and play with lifting one foot off the mat at a time. Feet come back down, lower into Malasana. So this is also a really good pose for digestion, also for any stomach sensitivity, as we're massaging the lower part of the digestive tract. Really good for low back pain too. Fingertips to the earth, lift your hips up. Heel to the feet to hip width distance. Crawl your way back out to plank. You could take a flow or come right into downward dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step quietly, crescent lunge. Rise up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Hands together in front of your chest. Now hook your elbow on the outside of your right knee. The moment your elbow connected with the thigh, did the back leg become weak? Power up the back leg. Open up your chest. Breathing nice and deep. Front toes are light. Now lean away from the inner thigh. Hands come down. Straighten out the right leg. Step the back foot forward. So this time the feet are in that pyramid shape. Grab your block. Place it underneath your left shoulder. Left hand to the top of the block. Right hand to your hip. Pull your right hip back. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist. You could slide your right hand onto your sacrum, or you could reach up. Keep pressing heavy into the outer edge of your left foot. So not only are you getting into the organs, stretching the organs, you might even be feeling this into the hips, where the right hip is drawing back, moving into the tensor fasciae latae, the psoas, just really getting into this nice twist. Hand to your hip, pick up your block, slide it forward an entire foot. Now transfer the weight into your left hand, float the back heel up, twisting half moon. Keep pressing back through your heel. I'm just going to back up a bit. Option to reach up, right hand. Breathe deep. Fingertips to the earth, vertical splits. Take a big inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward dog. Other side, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Set up crescent lunge, come all the way up, rise. Sink down on the exhale. Get long into your sides. Hands together in front of your chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale to twist. Right elbow down. Keep lifting through the chest. Roll open through the heart. It's really hard to find the smoothness, the simplicity in this pose. So maybe even just having a little soft grin or like a little Mona Lisa smile here helps to make the pose easier too. Hands come down, step your right foot forward, turn the right toes to about 2 o'clock. Grab your block, put it underneath your right shoulder, lining it up with your front foot. Left hand to hip, pull the hip back. Breathe, twist. So you can kind of gauge with your left hand on your sacrum. Just notice if the hand or one hip is higher. Try to balance it out. Might even need to take your feet wider than hip width. Get long through the sides of your body. Maybe reaching up with the left hand when you're ready. Top hand to hip. Pick up your block, bring it forward a foot. Transfer the weight into your right hand. Right heel comes up. And then just feel for rotating through the chest. Reach up, twisting half moon. Strong exhales to pull the navel to spine. All right, fingertips to the earth. Vertical splits. Let all the blood from the top leg move towards the body. Full flush of the system now. After the twist. And inhale, stretch your chest. Step back, high to low plank, right away. Inhale, upward dog, hold. Pause. Open up the tummy, open up the belly. Lift your hips, downward dog. All right, come up high onto your toes. Hop or step through your arms to seated and come onto your back. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat. I'm going to turn around so that I don't have I'm not giving you a moon there. All right, so come onto your back. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. You should be feeling really warm. We're just going to slow it all the way down now. Grab your block. Lift your hips, slide your block underneath your sacrum. Supported bridge. Now you could stay here. You could take it up higher too. So just work with whatever feels good for your spine. We just did a lot of activity in the core of the body with all the twisting, the massaging, the stretching. So now we're just going to find a sense of ease here and just let all the magic happen on its own. We're here for about 5 to 10 breaths. It's really passive. Chin is lined up with the center of your chest, so the head is not off to the side. Neck is neutral. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. So what's happening is there's a lot of pressure on the throat as the chest is floating towards your chin. We're stimulating the thyroid and the parathyroid glands, which are responsible for hormonal reproduction and rebalancing. So lots happening here. It's also very calming too. Press your heels into the mat, activate your glutes, lift your hips off of your block, and slide the block out from underneath you. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let the knees come together, feet mat width distance apart. Breathe into your back. So come onto your side, press yourself up into a seated position. We're going to end our practice today with bellows breath. Also, this is pretty familiar as the Wim Hof technique. So bellows breath is, just as the name suggests, it's a bellow. So you know those bellows that they stoke a fire, they inhale, they pull in energy, exhale, and they stoke the fire, they brighten it. So it's the same idea. Now, you might feel a little bit of tingliness in your lips. If you feel lightheaded at any time, just stop. I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like here for you. So we'll just do about, let's aim for about 20 pumps and then a breath retention, then 20 more pumps, and then Shavasana. So it looks like this. You can also do this in and out through your nose. Both are fantastic. Today, let's, if you want to do it out the nose, you can. I'm going to be practicing this through the mouth. So sit up tall. Spine is buoyant and neutral. Let's take a normal breath in. Normal breath out. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale to prepare. And begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out the exhale. Hold it out for as long as comfortable for you. Hold out the exhale. Draw your belly button back and up. Lift through the perineum, through the pelvis, for as long as comfortable for you. Now let the belly drop. Soft inhale. Exhale. Let it go. One more round. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale to prepare. And begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out the exhale. Empty completely. Draw your navel back and up. Lift through the perineum. Lift through the hips. Sit up tall. Try not to gasp for air. Let the belly drop. Inhale. Suspend your inhale at the top. Throat restriction, draw the chin back, lift through the crown of your head. And let this go. Normal breath in and out through your nose. And when you're ready, you can come into Shavasana. Now, if you feel more comfortable staying in a seated meditation, you're absolutely welcome to do that as well today. Just let yourself be still and calm wherever you are in this practice. Now we will close here, so feel free to take a nice long Shavasana if you have it. Time to do it today, I encourage you to. And the teacher in me sees and honors the teacher in you. Thank you for your energy and your time. Namaste.